We have some breaking news here on Seattle Seahawks Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Chase Senior, coming to you from my apartment because, man, what a day it has been for Seattle and this football team, an end of an era of sorts. Russell Wilson was traded away earlier, as we all know, to the Denver Broncos, and another franchise icon, no longer going to be playing for the Seattle Seahawks, Bobby Wagner, according to Adam Schefter, is released. Now, you have me on today's video because I was walking home from work, walked into my apartment, this news broke, and we wanted to give you a video as soon as possible, and everybody else at Chat Sports was eating dinner, so you're stuck with me because I'm the closest dude to a microphone. But the point here being, this is why you subscribe to the channel, because whether it's me, Tom Downey, Mitchell Renz, Harrison Graham, soon to be Tyler Jones, we have you covered with the latest Seahawks news and rumors, and when breaking news happens, we want to be the first ones to let you know. So hit that big red subscribe button down below to join the 12s here at Chat Sports. So Adam Schefter broke the news in what has been a really crazy day for Seattle. Russell Wilson traded away, and now Bobby Wagner, the best defensive player on the Seahawks, has been let go. Schefter saying this on Twitter: Seahawks informed 8-time All-Pro and Pro Bowl linebacker Bobby Wagner, a franchise icon, that they are releasing him, per source. Wagner arrived in Seattle on the same day in 2012 as Russell Wilson and now leaves the same day too. So this is really an end of what has been a fabulous era of football for the Seahawks, which resulted in deep playoff runs, back-to-back Super Bowl appearances, and of course a dominant Super Bowl victory over the Denver Broncos. Pretty funny that Russell Wilson, who defeated the Broncos in the Super Bowl, has been traded to the Denver Broncos. Worlds colliding here. But as we continue to break this down, yes, we don't have the fancy graphics packages because I'm bringing you this video from my apartment, but I want you to give me your one-word reaction to Wagner being released today into the comment section, on top, of course, what went down with Russell Wilson. Give me those one-word reactions in the comment section down below. Now, we know that Bobby Wagner is one of the NFL's best linebackers, arguably the best defensive player on the Seahawks defense, and has been a right-hand man of sorts for Pete Carroll and his defensive mind, helped leading the Seahawks to those glory years, the Legion of Boom days, when, in my opinion, the Seahawks during that stretch were the best defense in the NFL at that time, and one of the best defenses of all time. They had a pass rush, they had a great linebacking core, and they were terrific in the back end as well. But Field Yates really did encapsulate what Wagner brought to this organization for a decade. Wagner played 10 years in Seattle. He was named an All-Pro linebacker in 8 of those seasons, one of the game's very best players and very best leaders as well. So that's also where Seattle is going to miss him. And I still think that Bobby Wagner has plenty left in the tank, a massive target now on the free agency market for other teams out there. Adam Schefter also saying this because there are some financial implications that come with releasing Bobby Wagner. Seattle saves $16.5 million against its cap by releasing perennial All-Pro linebacker Bobby Wagner. Here's something interesting. He will be allowed to sign with another team before free agency starts next week. So he is going to have suitors available on the free agency market, and he is immediately going to become a sought-after defensive player and linebacker on the open market. As we continue to break this down, I want you to like the video to wish Bobby Wagner well. Just hit that thumbs up icon. We're talking about one of the best all-around players that this franchise has ever seen, and the ultimate leader for the Seahawks defense during the glory days and even this past year when the Seahawks defense was down and the defense the last couple of years has been in a little bit of a rut. But Bobby Wagner's resume, you really don't have to explain it all that much. His play on the field really was incredible. A Super Bowl champion, a 6-team first-team All-Pro, second team All-Pro 2 times, an 8-time Pro Bowler. He led the NFL in tackles twice, 2016 and 2019. So we're not far removed from Bobby Wagner being an excellent player. All-rookie team back in 2012, coming out of Utah State when he was a second-round pick, 47th overall before Russell Wilson. What a historic draft for the Seattle Seahawks back in 2012. You net one of the best quarterbacks of all time in Russell Wilson and one of the best linebackers of all time in Bobby Wagner. He was named to the NFL 2010s All-Decade team, the Senior Bowl MVP back in 2012, and a first-team All-WAC member at the college ranks from 2009 to 2011. And throughout his NFL career, he has compiled more than 1,300 tackles, 23.5 sacks, 60 pass breakups. So you not only can put Bobby Wagner in the box, he can thrive in pass coverage as well. 11 interceptions, big play after big play in a bunch of big games for the Seahawks. 6 forced fumbles, 9 fumble recoveries, and 4 defensive touchdowns. So when you think about Bobby Wagner, he was able to bring so much to the Seahawks organization over time, and he is going to be sorely missed. And with the Seahawks right now, it really is a turning of the page. It's the end of an era. You trade away the face of the franchise offensively in Russell Wilson, and you're able to get something back. But when you give up a top 5 quarterback in the NFL when he's healthy, that's a massive loss. So now you have to find a new quarterback, and you also move on from the face of your defense in Bobby Wagner. So I'm going to be interested to see. Pete Carroll in his 70s, he really does have a tall task in front of him to rebuild this franchise. Now, you didn't have a lot of draft compensation. You gave that away for Jamal Adams in a trade that has paid some big dividends, but has cost you in a certain way as well. But you get some of that draft capital back in exchange for Russell Wilson, so that allows you to hit the reset button to a certain degree. But either way, it's not an easy day for the Seahawks. You're moving on from Russell Wilson, you're moving on from Bobby Wagner, and you have to hit that reset button, and it could be a difficult stretch here for Seattle in a loaded division that features the defending Super Bowl champions in the Los Angeles Rams, the upstart Arizona Cardinals, and the always frisky San Francisco 49ers. Here's what is of note, though, when it comes down to the quarterback position for Seattle. The only day that Pete Carroll was seen at the NFL Combine, he was there for quarterbacks drills. He was sitting alongside Lane Kiffin, and he was watching Matt Corral at the NFL Combine trying to get some intel on Matt Corral. So with the Seahawks now having a top, 12, 13 pick after getting that back from the Denver Broncos, could Seattle look at Matt Corral as a Russell Wilson replacement? Now, defensively, you can find some really good linebackers in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th rounds of the NFL draft, and they can be plug-and-play players, and they can impact your defense right away. But the Seahawks have a bunch of decisions and a really, really fascinating offseason that awaits for them as we progress throughout the NFL offseason, and NFL free agency is coming your way next week. So that's going to do it for our breaking news video here on Seattle Seahawks Today by Chat Sports. Let me know your one-word reaction, like the video to wish Bobby Wagner well, and let me know how you're feeling about this in the comment section. Most importantly, this is why you subscribe to Seattle Seahawks Today by Chat Sports, because whoever is on camera, whether we're at the Chat Sports studios or if I'm bringing you a video from home, we're going to do everything that we need to do to be the first channel to bring you breaking news here on the Seahawks. Thanks for watching today's show. And look, I know it's difficult moving forward without Russ and Bobby Wagner, but it's also exciting, because this is somewhat refreshing for a franchise that's grown somewhat stagnant the last couple of years. And we're going to cover it all right here on the channel. Thanks for watching today's show. I'm Chase Senior with Chat Sports. Russell Wilson traded, Bobby Wagner released. We had you covered with videos here on the channel, and we're going to continue to do so.